Hello, it's me again with a face. Can't get this freaking thing up. I'm actually in the movie theater right now. I'm waiting for my parents to get out. I'm actually on vacation, but that's not going to stop me to go see what everybody's been talking about. The Emoji Movie. I'm also drawing, so if I'm not looking at the camera, that's why. I heard about this movie. I thought people were overreacting when they first saw the trailer to it. Like everybody does whenever they see a bad trailer or something. They think it's going to be the worst thing ever. And, oh, shocker, it wasn't the worst thing ever. It wasn't even the worst thing I've ever seen in my life. I don't know if I actually have seen the worst thing in my life. Because I'll be honest with you. Whenever I go see a movie and it just kind of doesn't leave a severe impact on me, I just forget it. And I forget it ever existed and move on to the next logical thing. Which is logical to think about that, because anything that you find boring or uninteresting, you immediately toss to the sideline to go move on to the next movie, or in this case, animated films, because right now I think, we're in an age where I really do believe that television is actually, television and the internet, or where they produced more, dare I say, better content for, in terms of animation, people, actually kind of care in that respect. Not to say that animated films haven't cared. I'm pretty sure, because we live in the golden age right now in terms of, animation and my thing fell. In terms of animation, we live now in the golden age where pretty much everything is decent. Not decent, good, great, anything that you could say to those things. So I went in here thinking that it wasn't going to be the most horrendous piece of trash ever to be produced by the animation industry, and surprise, surprise, it wasn't. I wouldn't even put that in a regard. I mean, I don't. Yes, I kind of do go out of my way to go see these movies, and I go see these things by myself, because now that now that I literally just turned 18, I can finally now go to the movie theaters by myself without having to experience cringe with my parents or friends or anything like that, unless it's a movie I really want them to see. So I went in, and I'll tell you this right now, it has all the pet peeves that I have with animated films. Has the pet peeve of having terrible pacing. Has the pet peeve of having characters that I can't relate to, because everything that comes out of their mouth is a cliched line, or, something that's supposed to be hip for the kids out there, when really it's going to be dated in about a few years. Or months, technically, because it's all smartphone, and they show a lot of things that are, think that they are relative to think that they are relative to today's world, and it kind of is, but then again, I've seen movies that have done that, and then after I watch them a few years later, it's like, oh, that doesn't hold up at all. This movie ain't gonna hold up. Like, in about a year, this movie is not gonna hold up. Like, I'm pretty sure, because I use Instagram and stuff like that, and I see people using Instagram, but right now it's just, I remember when Instagram was just a huge big thing, and then, Snapchat, which I'm not on Instagram or Snapchat. I am on Facebook and Twitter, which I've been trying to hold that, and trying to not get onto those things, and yet I'm pretty sure, maybe if I feel like it, I'll get a Snapchat and stuff like that. Literally, the only reason why I got into Twitter was because to follow some animation creators online. But, so, let's see, the writing is bad, the pacing is very, very bad. They literally use, wipes and transitions in this movie, and it's bad. I don't like it when movies do that in general, when they use transitions and stuff like that, where they fade in, fade out, and swipe the screen, go in, go out. I don't like it when they do that, and they do it here. I don't like, I don't, I don't like it when they don't like, take time to, you know, build up these characters to any significance, because they don't build up these characters to any significance, revolving the plot or the story or anything that drives their character. No, they're just there because the plot says so, and we need to do this thing. It's like even when they tell a joke, it feels contrived. It feels like, oh, we got to tell this joke because it's the most obvious thing they can think of. So we got that out of the way. What else is there in the Emoji Movie that I can say? Okay, so I don't know if I can really say anything else. It's just it's a pretty bad movie, but 8 or I think 7% on Rotten Tomatoes. 7% on Rotten Tomatoes bad, because Rotten Tomatoes, if anybody gives it like, a negative review, then it immediately goes downer than it already is. Because Rotten Tomatoes, I shouldn't judge my opinions on anything about Rotten Tomatoes, because it's a really flawed system in terms of reviewing. I shouldn't judge them on that at all. I don't think anybody should judge their really full-on view opinion on Rotten Tomatoes. I think, just go and see the movie whenever you get the chance, or rent it. It doesn't matter. And if you're bored, you can always just turn it off or walk out. I don't know. It doesn't matter to me. But it's gonna be hard, because I didn't hate it. I didn't hate this movie like so many other people online are doing it. It didn't freaking ruin my life, ruin my taste in movies or humanity in general, because I haven't found a movie that does that. I found movies that bored me. I found movies where I've fallen asleep in. A movie that actually ruins my life, like that's ever gonna happen. If that happens, if you find a movie that ruins your life, let me know, and let me see what your life was to begin with when that movie did ruin your life. It's like, wow, you let a movie destroy your own life? Sucks to be you, buddy. You let a petty little movie take up most of your video vlogs. You let a petty little movie get you views on your social media. You let a petty little movie pretty much be the main focus of your negativity. Sucks to be you. That's how much people overreact. They want a dark pile and everything. Or, because people are bored. They want something to always dark pile on. I don't think the Emoji Movie has as much emotions as the Emoji Movie wants to emulate or get out of you, pretty much. It doesn't give any emotions for me. It's just like it's a meh. Because I don't think that the animation is all that bad. I do think that some of the concepts that they have been in there, because everybody was always complaining, you can't make a good movie out of emojis. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. You can make a good movie out of anything. You just need to execute it right. But everybody who was, dogpiling on this movie, because either it was, you can't make a good movie out of this, or because it ruined my life, it ruined my taste in movies. I don't think you should be reviewing this movie at all. I do not think that I don't think that you're capable of, review sakes for a movie that you can't even that you can only see hate in. Pretty much was what I say. But I'm pretty sure you can do it if it does revoke a reaction of hate and negativity, if it's fair. Did this revoke any negativity in me? No. It just kind of rebuked, okay, this cliche, like, will you stop with the cliches? I mean, that's what it evoked in me mostly. It's like, and a little bit of disappointment, because I wish it was better, if that makes any sense. I wish it was everything that everybody says it was, but no, it was just a forgettable piece of crap. It's going to be a forgettable piece of crap, like I predicted it was going to be a forgettable piece of crap. In this movie, depending on how it does worldwide, it might be a hit, it might not be. Everybody wants to, it's Sony, because that's the most popular thing to hate right now is Sony. And let me just be perfectly clear that it doesn't really matter to me. It doesn't really matter to me if, what company releases the movie. I just want it to be a good movie. It doesn't matter. The only reason why animation studios matter to me in terms of theatrical releases is if their string of movies, don't give me anything. Mostly, if their string of movies just don't give me any substance, anything at all, they're just a studio there to make money. Is Sony a studio to make money? Yes, every studio is like that. But you can show it more in your movies than others. That's why I think that something like Illumination is, on the, along with Blue Sky, are on my bottom tier. Because as much as I may, as much as I probably do like Despicable Me 3 over this movie, or at least, I can tolerate it more, it kind of also has the same problems, but it's not dogpiled on because it's not this movie. And we forget that. We forget that some movies have similar plot problems, except, especially animated films, they have similar problems, but they're past because people don't care. People don't care about those movies. But when Emoji Movie got announced, everybody was like, oh, terrible concept, terrible. And I thought there was going to be, there is something there. I'll say that right now. In the Emoji Movie, there is something there. It's just not executed. It's not executed even at all. It's just there. And they don't do anything with it. This is a disappointment more than it is a fail. Well, it is a failure, but it's more of a disappointing failure than something to get mad at. Because this movie's going to be forgotten. It's going to be just going to be there. Nobody's going to remember it. Not at all. So, I don't know, I've been talking for about almost 15 minutes about the Emoji Movie. I hope you guys enjoyed this, because in terms of, this is the worst, probably the worst anime film I've seen all year. But I've seen worse. It's not the worst film. It's not the worst animated film. It's not the most boring animated film I've ever seen. Because I was wondering how much more dated can you get That's what I was wondering with this whole movie. How much more dated can you get? And surprisingly, they did a lot of that. They did a lot of that in this movie. Okay. So, yeah. I think that it is an overreaction. I think it doesn't really deserve the rating on Rotten Tomatoes, though it does deserve some recognition for being very lazy. It's very lazy. It's very incompetent, I would say. I just hope that I'm not looking for Sony to realize its mistakes, but I am looking for other film companies to do better. Because I don't want to highlight failures. I want to highlight good movies. And now everything's a comedy. Everything has to be fast-paced and crap. Everything has to be like that. Why can't we get a serious movie? Like, I know you're all saying, go to Pixar, go to Disney, go to sometimes DreamWorks, they make the good movies. I don't care about those anymore, to be completely honest. I don't think Coco is really gonna change my opinion. I just want a good, lighthearted film. Honestly, I want a good, lighthearted film with good characters, good pacing, and a moral that they actually stick to and don't do any cut-offs. Because this has a moral, it does a lot of cut-offs. It does a lot of things to contradict itself, mostly. And that's another thing that I don't like. It's just a lot of things I don't like, but I can appreciate the concept. I can appreciate sometimes the world that they create. I can appreciate some things that this movie offered than other movies have, where I've just left bored and uninterested, unoriginal, or whatever the term is anymore. I'm not giving this review any credit whatsoever. I'm probably just gonna put it on, leave it as a video, and then you guys can judge for yourself. If you've seen the Emoji Movie, and are you one of the masses who think like it's the worst thing in history? Because I'm not that stupid. I'm not that stupid moron who thinks that of any movie whatsoever. Or maybe I just haven't seen a movie that's horrible. I've been a very lucky person then. Because I only just go see animation. I don't really go see anything else, really. I mean, I might see some live action films, but only if they interest me. That's pretty much it. That's why I don't go see superhero movies. That's why I don't go see Academy Award winning films or stuff like that. I'm just, I'm a normie, but I'm like not that when it comes to animation. It's just like that. So that's pretty much all I can say about the Emoji Movie. What would I rate it? I would rate it about because I do like sometimes what they do with the world, and I like the concept of it. It's just executed horribly. The message about being yourself must be played, but it's a good message. That's why it keeps on getting a lot of it. You just have to be new, and this was not new, so therefore I'm giving it about screw it. I don't want to rate it anymore. I don't want to rate movies anymore. I'm just gonna say it's not the worst thing ever, but it's not good. It's not okay. It's just bad. That's pretty much it. It's just a bad movie. Horrible pacing, bad writing, bland characters, and everything else in between. But I do like the concept. And whoever says you can't make a good movie out of emojis, you're wrong. You're definitely so wrong. Because I think you can make a good movie out of emojis. It's just the people who were behind this was not making, I wouldn't say they weren't caring. I would just say they were incompetent. They were incompetent of making a movie that wasn't aimed to sell to the main public, pretty much. But yeah, I ended this review like 3 times and I still haven't gotten out. But yeah, pretty much all I have to say about that. Hope you guys can detail what I think about this, and I'll see you guys later. JC out.